Good morning, folks. I've come up with this chicken door because I live out in Missouri, and there's many varmints that like to feed on chickens. And since I'm not always here at night, I devised this mechanism here to close the door when the sun goes down and to open the door when the sun comes up. And it's quite simple. I'm going to come in a little bit. It's just a 12-volt linear actuator, and it's got two 5-pin relays, 12-volt 5-pin relays, to activate, to either lower and raise this linear actuator. There's a fuse, just a small fuse at the top, and this is just, there's 4 diodes. And if I can zoom in close enough, you'll see that depending on whether it's raising or lowering, it will let the electrons flow either to or from the actuator. That's about it. Now, so as we come back out, this is the door in the opens position. It's also the inside of the chicken coop. So all this mechanism on the inside. I'm going to go around to the back. And this is the actual size of the door. So it's about 16 inches tall. It's about 12 inches wide. And the door itself actually slides inside this relief that I have cut inside this board. So there's 2 boards. And as you can see, one on either side with a relief cut in it to let the door slide up and down. So in many ways, it's just an overhead door. Now, this is the timer. This device right here is just a timer, and you can set it from 0 to 60 minutes because sometimes chickens aren't too smart. Young chickens in particular like to stay out past dark. So, to be able to account for that, or allow for that, I put that timer in there. Now, pretty simple, not a whole lot to it. Now, what I'm going to do is, this is a magnetic switch here. And when this particular one comes in contact, or close to, in proximity to this one, it will turn on an indicator light that will tell you that the door is down, so you don't have to walk down to your chicken coop to make sure the door is shut at night when you get home. Now, to show you how this happens, this little device here is part of the same thing, but it mounts on the outside of your chicken house. This white and blue device is actually a light sensor, and this is what gives the commands for the rest of this to start operation. This orange amber light, and it's not really lit up yet, it just looks like it has this reflection off, but this amber light actually tells you when the door is down. So now to simulate how this all works, I'm going to actually cover this light sensor just like that, and that will start it in motion. As you can hear the door, you can probably hear the door starting down. It doesn't move fast, but it moves. We don't want a guillotine. We just want to close the door at night. Now, that said, the chickens should be in the coop by now. And as this door closes, there's nothing going to lift it from the outside. This linear actuator has 225 pounds of force, so there's no animal going to lift it from the outside. So when this door is down, the chickens are secure, so the raccoons and the possums and the fox and the coyotes are not going to have their way. Now, the door is clearly down, and you'll see that for sure now the light is, the light indicator, or the indicator light is now turned on. Now, this whole process, so that's what happens when the sun goes down. This is what happens when the sun comes up. It takes a minute just to kind of make sure that there's not, some stuff happening, like say a flash of light or something, lightning. It takes a little while to confirm that it is indeed light. Now you hear the door going back up. So, this is exactly how this process works. And it takes a little while. Now this whole thing can be run with a 12-volt battery. Now, which is quite handy, so because if you live in a place where you don't have power out to your chicken house, you just charge a battery with a 18 to 20 watt, 12 volt solar panel. That's what I use. That keeps mine working. It's been working now for 3 years. So this is something that actually works, that will protect your chickens when you're not there. I hope you enjoyed this little video, and have fun. It's a nice project.